Hey everyone, today we're breaking down the latest updates on Donald Trump, including what he's doing in global hotspots, how wars are evolving under his administration, and what it means for world politics in America. Let's dive in. In early 2026, the Middle East has become the focal point of U.S. military and diplomatic attention. A major conflict between the United States and Iran has escalated rapidly. Over the past several weeks, the U.S. and Israel have launched sustained attacks inside Iran targeting military infrastructure, missile sites, and nuclear facilities. This conflict intensified after the death of Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, and subsequent retaliatory strikes across the region. Trump has given passionate, forceful statements about this conflict. In interviews and speeches, he has said that the U.S. has crippled large parts of Iran's military, and repeatedly predicted that the war could be over very soon or at least end quickly. Even as fighting continues and Iran launches missile attacks, however, there's a lot of complexity here. Oil prices have soared, disrupting global markets and contributing to inflation fears. The Strait of Hormuz, a crucial oil shipping route, remains strategically dangerous, with threats from both sides and global trade impacted. Around 140 U.S. troops have been wounded and several have been killed, which is raising political concern internally even as Trump claims progress. Diplomacy is strained. Iran has rejected formal talks, and tensions over civilian casualties and oil infrastructure continue to fuel instability. This year, Trump has tried to manage multiple wars at once. Talks with Putin. Trump spoke directly with Vladimir Putin to discuss both the Iran war and efforts toward ending the Russia-Ukraine conflict. It was reportedly the first phone call between the two leaders since the Middle East war escalated, and Putin offered some ideas for diplomatic settlement. Ukraine war efforts. The Ukraine-Russia war is now in its fifth year. The U.S. under Trump has been deeply involved in trilateral talks with Ukraine and Russia in Abu Dhabi and Geneva, trying to define paths to peace. Though real progress has been limited, Trump has also openly criticized Ukrainian leadership in some statements, placing pressure on Kyiv to make concessions during negotiations. These comments sparked debate about U.S. strategy and commitment to Ukraine, Venezuela, and other global interventions. Another major foreign policy action was the U.S. military crackdown in Venezuela, where leaders including Nicolas Maduro have faced strikes and subsequent federal charges for drug trafficking and terrorism ties. This has marked a dramatic escalation in U.S. policy toward the Venezuelan government. These kinds of actions show that Trump's foreign policy often combines military intervention, sanctions, and legal pressure against political opponents abroad. Domestic politics. Republicans and power battles inside the U.S. Trump continues to wield forceful influence within the Republican Party. He has criticized Republican senators who voted against his preferred war powers decisions, calling out dissenters as undermining his agenda. Trump is also traveling across key states like Ohio and Kentucky to defend his economic messaging, amid backlash over high fuel costs and job losses linked to the war. He's positioning himself as the leader who can fix inflation and bring stability, even as internal Republican anxieties grow over the impact of war on voter sentiment. Public opinion, geopolitical risks, and the future across the world. Trump's actions have major consequences. Allies and rivals are watching closely. Oil-exporting countries, global markets, and NATO partners worry about long-term impacts. Public opinion is divided in the U.S. over the war's justification, cost, and outcome. Escalation risks could drag the U.S. into prolonged conflict or force unexpected diplomatic negotiations. At the same time, Trump emphasizes strength, decisive action, and ending wars quickly, even when those goals are mixed with ongoing battles and economic fallout.